The message arrived at 11:47 p.m. I'm not coming home tonight. Don't wait for me. After 24 years of marriage, that sentence should have broken me. Instead, I stared at the screen and noticed something strange. My wife had never called him another man, but I knew exactly who she was with. His name was Daniel. For the past 6 months, Daniel had been appearing in conversations more and more often. He was supposedly a business consultant helping my wife with a new project. I had trusted her completely, even when her behavior started changing. She stopped wearing her wedding ring outside the house. She started locking her phone. And whenever I asked where she had been, she gave me vague answers. But that night, she made one mistake. She forgot that our shared car was connected to my account. I checked the location. It was parked outside a luxury hotel 40 minutes from our home. I didn't call her. I didn't send angry messages. I simply took screenshots. Then I checked our financial records. That was when I discovered something much worse. Over the previous 8 months, thousands of dollars had been transferred from our joint account to an account I had never seen before. The payments were disguised as business expenses, but the names, dates, hotel charges, restaurant bills, and travel bookings told a completely different story. My wife wasn't simply meeting another man. She had been secretly using our marital money to fund a second life. The next morning, she came home around 9 a.m. She walked through the door wearing the same dress from the night before. She looked at me and said, "Please don't make this ugly." I calmly placed my phone on the table. "I already know about Daniel." Her face changed instantly. Then she tried to explain. "It wasn't supposed to happen." I almost laughed. "Then why did you spend our money on him?" She went silent. That silence told me everything. I had spent 24 years believing that marriage meant protecting each other. But she had spent months protecting a secret. So I made a decision she never expected. I contacted a lawyer, not because I wanted revenge, because I needed to protect myself before she could move money, sell property, or rewrite the story. The lawyer reviewed everything I had collected and immediately told me not to confront her again. He filed the necessary legal paperwork and requested financial records connected to our joint accounts. Within days, the truth became impossible to hide. My wife had transferred a significant amount of money to Daniel. There were hotel receipts, private trips, messages, and documents proving that some of the money had been deliberately disguised. When she realized I had taken legal action, she called me repeatedly. First, she was angry. Then she begged. Finally, she said the words I never expected. "I thought you would just forgive me." I looked at the phone for several seconds before answering. "You were right about one thing." She waited. "I did love you enough to forgive mistakes." Then I paused. "But this wasn't a mistake. You planned it." That was the last personal conversation we ever had. The divorce proceedings became complicated, but the evidence protected me. The court eventually divided our assets according to the law, and the financial records became a major part of the case. Daniel disappeared from her life almost as quickly as he had entered it, and my wife lost far more than she thought she would. 24 years of marriage ended because of decisions she believed I would never discover. People sometimes think the strongest response to betrayal is revenge. It isn't. Sometimes the strongest response is staying calm, collecting the truth, and protecting yourself before the person who betrayed you realizes you're no longer playing by their rules. That night, my wife thought she was simply going out with another man. She had no idea she was walking into the final chapter of our marriage.